Okay, we're going to review the second part of your study guide. Number 1, Benito earns $250 per week giving surfing lessons, plus $75 for each surfboard he sells. He wants to earn at least $500 this week. Which inequality can be solved to find X, the number of surfboards he needs to sell? So here's what we know. We know that he earns $250 for the week just by giving lessons. And then he's going to add to that $75 for every surfboard. X, the number of surfboards, is what we're dealing with. So we have $75 times X number of surfboards would be the cost of all the surfboards. That's the money he earns from them. And then we are told he wants to earn at least $500. So that means that he could earn more than $500 or equal to $500. So greater than or equal to $500. So that's answer choice A. Be careful, B looked a lot like it, but the symbol was backwards. Number 2, Natasha wants to order some party favors for her birthday party. She orders them from an online store where they cost $11 each, and there's a shipping charge of $6 for the entire order. She can spend no more than $50. Okay, so this is what we know. We know that each of these party favors, there's X number of them, are $11 each. So we know it's 11 times X is the cost of the party favors. There's a one-time shipping charge of $6. And she can spend no more than $50. So that means not more than. That means she could spend less than $50, or she could spend exactly $50. So now we've got an inequality. We're going to solve it, subtract 6 from both sides, and get 11x is less than or equal to 44. And then we'll divide both sides by 11 to figure out what x is. And we get x is less than or equal to 4, which is answer choice B. Number 3, James has $360 in his savings account. If he decides to save $90 every month, which of these best describes how many months it'll take him to have more than $810 in his savings account? So he starts with $360. He's adding $90 every month. And we want to see what it takes to get more than $810. So we'll solve this. I'm going to box in 90M and get rid of 360 from both sides. So we get 90M is greater than 450. And then divide both sides by 90 to find out how many months remain to save more than $450. And we get M, the number of months, is greater than 5. So more than 5 months, answer choice C. Number 4, Marie has a monthly cell phone plan that has a fixed charge of $12 per month plus 10 cents per text message with X text messages. So 10 cents times X number of text messages. She wants to spend no more than $40 for the month. So not more than means less than or equal to $40. So we're going to solve this for X. We'll subtract 12 from both sides and get 10 cents times X is less than or equal to 28. Then we'll divide both sides by 0.1 or 0.10. We get X is less than or equal to 280. So that is answer choice B. Number 5, we're going to solve each of these inequalities. We'll start with this first one. We have 7 minus 2x is greater than or equal to 5. We're going to try to get this x term by itself. So we're going to subtract 7 from both sides of this inequality. And we get negative 2x is greater than or equal to negative 2. Then divide both sides by negative 2 to get x by itself. Since we divided both sides by a negative, our symbol flips and we get positive 1. So x is less than or equal to positive 1 is this second choice. We'll call it B. The second one, that is 4x plus 10 is less than or equal to 18. We want to get the x term by itself, so we'll subtract 10 from both sides. We get 4x is less than or equal to 8, and then divide both sides by 4, and x is less than or equal to 2. The equation, the inequality rather, that when graphed has x is less than or equal to 2 is this third one, answer choice. We'll call it C. And then our last one, the third equation, we have negative 5x is less than or equal to 20. Divide both sides by negative 5 to get x by itself. Since we divided both sides by a negative, our symbol flips, and we get x is greater than or equal to negative 4. That would be this last choice. We'll call it D. So that's answer choice D. Number 6, Tony works at a lawn care company. He earns $9.25 per hour for X number of hours, plus a $12 bonus for each lawn he mows, and there's 10 of them. He wants to earn at least $342. So we want to write an inequality for this. He's earning $9.25 per hour X, plus $12 per lawn as a bonus, and there's 10 of them, so we're going to multiply that by 10. And then at least means greater than or equal to 342. So I'm going to simplify this. And we get 12 times 10 is 120. And now we're ready to solve. And box in my x term. Get rid of 120 from both sides of the inequality. And we get 9.25x is greater than or equal to 222. And then we'll divide both sides by $9.25 to get that x is greater than or equal to 24. So we've got this inequality, 9.25x plus 120 is greater than 342, where x is greater than or equal to 24. Answer choice A. Number 7, we're solving each inequality and figuring out which ones match with which ones. So the first one, we have 6x minus 5 is greater than 7. Going to add 5 to both sides of the inequality. So 6x is greater than 12. Divide both sides by 6, and x is greater than 2. That matches this third choice. It's got an open dot, and we'll call that choice C. Then we have 4 minus 6x is less than or equal to negative 20. We're going to subtract 4 from both sides. We get negative 6x is less than or equal to negative 24. Divide both sides by negative 6, and x is greater than or equal to 4. That would be the first choice. We'll call it A. And then our last one, number 3, we have negative 4x is greater than or equal to negative 16. Divide both sides by negative 4. Our symbol flips because we divided both sides by a negative. So we've got x is less than or equal to positive 4, which is the last choice. We'll call it D. Number 8, Amy earns $300 per week working in a shoe store. She earns $4 for each pair of shoes she sells. This week she wants to earn more than $500. So P is the number of pairs of shoes she sells. So she has $300 plus $4 times P number of shoes will be the total money she earns for selling the shoes. And she wants to earn more than or greater than $500. So that's going to match either A or B on the equation, because we could rewrite this as 4P plus 300 is greater than $500. And then we solve it. So we're going to subtract 300 from both sides of this inequality. We get 4p is greater than $200. I'm going to rewrite that over here where we'll have a little more space. And then last, we'll divide both sides by 4 to get p by itself. And p is greater than 50, so that would be the first choice, answer choice A. Number 9, the French Club is selling shirts as a fundraiser. The shirts will be sold for $8 each. They already have $25 and need to raise at least $150. And we're going to find the minimum number of shirts needed. So they're selling at $8 each, so let's say 8 times, we'll call them X number of shirts, plus they already have 25 and they need at least, which is greater than or equal to $150. So we'll subtract 25 from both sides. We get the shirts need to be at least $125. We'll divide both sides by 8 to get X is greater than or equal to 15.625. Now, that means that 15 shirts would be too few. It needs to be at least 15.625 shirts, and you can't have 0.625 of a shirt. So that means it's going to be at least 16. Answer choice C. Our last one, number 10. Ohio State charges a flat fee of $60 for skating parties plus $6 per person. Mateo can spend no more than $126. Which number line represents the number of people Mateo can invite to a skating party without exceeding his spending limit? So there's a fee of $60 plus $6 per person, and he can spend no more than 126, which means not more than. He can spend, so he can't spend more than. He can spend less than or equal to $126. So we'll solve this. We're going to subtract 60 from both sides, and we get 6p is less than or equal to $66. That's how much money he has left for people after the $60 flat fee. And then we'll divide both sides by 6 to see how many people he can invite. And it's less than or equal to 11, which would be answer choice B.